everyone, welcome back. Today I have a very special project for you. Most of the time I take the inspiration of my project from the nature, and it happens today as well. When I was visiting my garden, I saw cute little nest, beautiful blooming flowers in pink color, and that reminded me the color tone for my today's project. Here is another video where I'm going to teach you how you can master the layering technique for your card making. For my today's project, I am using Shabby Pack 2 collection from Scrap Boys. And first of all, I started by cutting the pattern paper using any die. Now here I am using the Slimline die, which has a decorative edges to all the four sides. You can choose any of your Slimline design. Now I have cut two sizes of it. Next, I have done some of the homework. I have done the fussy cutout of lots of elements from the same collection, and here are some beautiful handmade flowers which I have made using a foam sheet. The color tone I try to match it with the pattern paper so that the flower goes well and it can coordinate well with the entire project. After that, we would be needing some of the laces. You can use any laces, cotton laces, which you have in hand. Then this frame which I have molded out from one of the Prima marketing mold, and these are some filler leaves which I have cut out, colored, and then I have embossed it with the clear embossing powder, which is going to make it quite sturdy to work. Now before jumping into the decoration part, we need to do some of the basic preparation. For this I have taken this cardstock, which is similar to the die cutout which we have done in the bigger size. Now this is a simple two-fold card. I have cut the cardstock, folded into half, so the outer layer would be the similar as per the bigger size of die cutout which we have done. Then next we would be needing the smaller piece. On this piece I would be adding a craft color cardstock because I wanted to give a little contrast to it. So here I would be adding it on a craft color cardstock using a simple glue. Since we are working on the layering process, so I would be preferring to use chipboard sheets. So these are the scrap chipboard sheet which I always store it from any of the project when I work on. Now these chipboard sheets I will be using at the back side of my smaller panel, and then I will be pasting it at the base. This way it is going to give a dimension to your card, and this is going to be the first layer which we are working on. At this point, if you wish, you can also use the double-sided foam tape, but as I say in all of my videos that I don't trust on the double-sided foam tape, hence I always give my first preference to the chipboard sheets to give the dimension to my work. So here I have added the pattern paper to the inside part of my card, and also at the back side I kept it as it is right now because that we can decide later on. Right now our main focus would be here at the front area. Now first of all, here are the laces. So I'm going to use only this design part of it. So let me do the cutting of all the extra part. I don't want all this extra part. As I told you, you need to have some of the chipboard sheets. So I'll be taking my chipboard sheets, I'll cut it into small pieces, and this is really going to help you a lot in your entire making process. So right now I'm not going to add anything on this lace. So first of all, let me see the setup. Okay, we are going to add over here. It has tiny sequences on this, transparent sequences, which is giving a very beautiful shine to it. And yeah, I'm loving it because this is something very chic and shabby project. So this was going well with the entire pattern paper. Now I'll be adding this lace using glue. I am going to add this chipboard sheet, and then I will add my elements. So let's see that how the element will go. I think I can keep something over here, and then a flower over here as well. Okay, So first of all, I'm just checking the arrangement of everything, and then we can take it ahead. So first of all, I'm going to add this over here, and then I will see if this is going well. Yeah, so I will add it, and then I'm going to add this design over here like this. Add some colors as well, but I think I would be adding this colored one later on. And then okay, you can take the flower design, you can add it here. At the same time, here I have the cotton lace. I am not going to cut it, I will simply tear it and then I will use it. So I'll take my design, I'll see that it is coming here till here. Okay, I spend lots of time in terms of deciding the position of the elements. Now here I took some leaves which I'll be adding. So I'm simply pinching the top part of it, and now I'll be adding it here. Similarly, I'll take this one and that I'm going to add it here. After that, this is my another tie which I thought of adding it over here like this. Okay, but before that I want to make a stage here so that I can make, and I can take this and I can put it over here. For this I took a piece of chipboard sheets. I'll start pasting it one by one. So here I have added 2 layers of it, so that once I add this element it should look little bit on top. I will be adding one more layer. So here I have added 3 layers of chipboard sheets. Now as you see, I started by 1 layer of chipboard sheet, then here I have added 2 layers of chipboard sheet so that I can show the dimension. Okay, now here when I'm adding the 3rd layer, I have added the 3 layers of chipboard sheet, because right now everything we are working is on the base. Okay, so it is going well over here, so let's paste it. Now here is the design. This is the mold which I have made using Prima mold. This was the mold which I have used, and I got this one. Okay, and now what I thought is I took this clock design, and now I'll be adding this clock design at the back side of this. So first of all I'll just see. Okay, I wanted to add it something like this, only the clock inside part should be visible. So let me cut out all the extra part first. And let's see. Yeah, it's sitting well. So now I'm going to apply glue only to the edges of this mold, and I'm going to paste this clock at the base like this. To this entire thing I am going to give a support by a chipboard sheet. And this is how it is looking now. At this point I just thought of adding a rhinestone chain over here so that it will look good. Now I'll keep this frame to dry for some time. Meanwhile, let's start by adding some more elements onto the base of the card. I started by adding this princess, as this is going to be the center point of my card, and that we could say as a focal point of my card. Now, as we do before adding any of the element sheet, we need to prepare the background first. Similarly, before adding this princess element, I would be using this filler die cutout, some of the laces, and again we'll be adding the element using a chipboard sheet, because that is going to make the princess element quite sturdy for a longer period of time. Now, as you see in this video, I would be adding few layers of chipboard sheets beneath this element, because the height is more and I don't want my element to be just hanging and wobbling around. To avoid that, I would be using the layer of chipboard sheet so that the element can sit perfectly on the base. And this is what the main thing which you always need to keep in mind while working on any of the layering techniques. Now here this frame is completely dried and ready to use. For placing it, I would be making the stage first using the chipboard sheet layerings, because it is going to come to the next of this princess element. Now here, to give you the guidance, the frame which I am using would be one layer on top of the princess element. Now once the frame is properly dried, we are going to use our handmade flowers. Now here flowers do two type of works for you. One, it hides all the layerings which is visible from the sides and which ruins the look of your card. And the second, it is going to enhance the beauty of your card from the front side. So yes, flower helps you to hide the flaws from the sides which is visible. Now I will be using some of the medium sized flowers and some of the big size of flowers which is going well into this card. You can look at the position of the flowers as per the area you have in your card. As you see in this video, I have placed some of the smaller and the medium sized flower beneath the frame and then to the side of princess. Also for the bigger flower, I am going to prepare the stage using the chipboard sheets and few of the laces, and then I am going to place my flower, because ultimately you need to make sure that the base on which you are pasting your element or flowers should be strong enough to be sturdy for a longer period of time. Now I'm going to use all the filler flowers to the side part or the empty part of my card. As I always say, filler flowers are as important as the main big flower. So yes, never forget your filler flowers, because that enhance the beauty of your entire project. Once your card is completely finished with the layerings, it's a time to decorate it using some microfine glitters, some chunky glitters, some pearls, or the sequences. I usually prefer these four things for any of my project, and I have a full tutorial where I have shown you that how you can do the glittering to your flowers, which has the various techniques. So you can check that video. I will share the link of that in the description box below. At last, I add all the sequences one by one. I don't prefer to go with mixing the sequence with the glue and then randomly spread it using a brush. And after adding all these sequences like this, here is a beautiful card is ready. I hope you liked today's tutorial with lots of tips and tricks, and that is definitely going to inspire you to create something for yourself. But wait, we are not going to stop here because I have another thing for you along with this card. Yes, you heard it right. And before revealing the beans, I want you to like, share, and subscribe this video if you like this card making idea. And yes, don't miss to hit the bell icon and the subscribe button because when I'll be posting my next part of this tutorial, you are going to get the notification of it. So in the next video, I am going to teach you how you can make the coordinating box for this card, which is with this slider lid on top. I'll see you in another video. Till then, bye and happy crafting.